Hello and welcome to Getting Clean on the Prairies. I thought it was a good time to do another update on my winter sowing versus the indoor growing challenge. I've had a few things happen here in the last week or two since my last video, so I thought I'd just give you a quick update on how the race is going here. So I planted these three types of vegetables in early March, March 14th. Kohlrabi, bok choy, broccoli, and put them outside. It was very warm days for a few days right afterwards. They sprouted very quickly and they were looking great. And then we were hit with some really cold nights of freezing temperatures below -10 Celsius, -12 Celsius, and they got a bit of a frost on them. And then last week, warm days hit again, and these were overtaken by flea beetles, which I've never seen in my garden before. But apparently they like the brassicas, and including broccoli, bok choy, kohlrabi, and they pretty much destroyed these plants, and so these guys are pretty much out of the race now. But I'm starting to see some action in these jugs over here finally. We are in early May, first week of May, so still lots of time for these guys to get growing. They can stay in these jugs till middle of June even before they need to be transplanted out. So I am considering these still in the race. I'll show you what's going on in some of these jugs shortly. First of all, I thought I'd take you indoors to show you what's happening as far as indoor growing. So on this shelf here, I got a nice south-facing window here in my garage, so I've moved my petunias from the basement. You've seen a few videos on these, and as you can see, it might be easier if I bring this over. They are growing like crazy, and I'm just going to start getting them ready to put into different pots that I can still keep indoors. And hopefully I can move some of this stuff to my garden shed and put them in the window there. If our nights aren't going to get too cold, I need the space out here in the garage. This is my ornamental pampas grass. I'll get a good spot here. It's doing really good. So I got 4 containers of that ready to put into some planters. I've never grown this before, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. These were all started from seed. And here in my east-facing window, I have a lot of flowers and herbs started from seed. I'm hoping that now that it's a little bit warmer at nights, I can relocate all these out to my garden shed window and make space here on my counter for my tomatoes and peppers and all the other plants that I have under lights downstairs. So tomatoes and peppers are looking really good here down in the growing room. I have about 5 varieties of peppers started here from seed. I will be moving these upstairs out to the garage to get them in the sunny window and maybe do some topping off here of the tops here before we start transitioning to hardening them off outdoors, as well as the tomatoes. They are outgrowing my shelf space here down under the lights, so once I get my flowers relocated to the garden shed, then tomatoes and peppers will go upstairs to the garage to the window. My cucumbers have been a bit slow to germinate, some of them, and I'm not sure if I dried them out or they were too dry at the beginning and didn't germinate, but they've been very slow. I am seeing some still popping through here. It's been over, I think, 20 days since these have been planted, so some of them I may have to try starting them again, but got a few going here. These plants here are a result of my, or what I had started in my Jiffy Jiffy peat pods, and as you can see, I got a really good growth of impatiens plants. I got 2 containers of eucalyptus started, which I'm excited about growing indoors and maybe trying outside as an annual. I got some very strong strawberry plants going here as well. So those all came from our Jiffy peat pots. I did a video on that earlier this year. I have been propagating coleus plants all winter long, and I have several of these all over the house growing that I'll be relocating outside. I also seem to have a pretty good infestation of fungus gnats going down here in my growing space, so I'm anxious to get everything relocated upstairs to the garage and shut down the lights and give this area a good clean up and shut her down until the fall. So I'm just going to do a quick run through what's inside some of these jugs and compare them to the same plant that I have growing indoors, and let's see how the race is going. So as you can see, the indoor plants are definitely outgrowing the winter sowing jugs right now, but the weather's getting warm, sun's out, and I think we're really going to see a lot of growth happening in these jugs now. So please stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch for the next video update on my winter sowing versus indoor growing challenge. Thanks for watching.